Will you stay on? I hope so. I hate when you turn off. Alright. Hello everybody, this is Dunkle Dylan. You already know me, you already know what I do, so let's get to it. Today we're actually doing a little bit different. I can't believe I'm doing that. Actually, this is a what if that's been requested the most. Don't know why. So today we're actually bringing back a remake of the previous what if that I did many years ago, a couple of years ago, like in my early days of YouTubing, when I constantly did Naruto what ifs. Yes, actually. So today we're bringing back what if Deku was a bounty hunter one-shot AU. Yes, we're bringing back the Naruto bounty hunter what if. I know it's been a while since I've done this, but in this one I'm actually going to go to the AU thing like I did with the Bane what ifs. And with other what ifs I do, like I always do AUs. You probably know that from my channel and all that. And people have actually constantly asked me why I started doing this because I forget. And you all know that because half of the what ifs are actually old as hell. Oh, and I actually been asked to do a Doomsday what if, which I will do probably next time, probably next Tuesday, because I got another what if, another Bane what if on that day. So yeah, it's gonna be a long week for me, but it's also because I actually may not post next week because, well, exercise and all that, gotta stay fit. Especially if you're dealing with a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, besides, I'm starting to gain weight, actually. So, yeah. So, if I remember correctly, and this is the remake version, mind you, so there's going to be other AU's versions of this, but in this one, considering that I mixed it, last time I mixed it with Skyrim, I'll do a Skyrim version of what if Naruto was a bounty hunter, probably later in the afternoons. Probably later in the... what time is it? See what time I'll have. 8:03 p.m. So I will have time to make the other what if. So we're gonna start with this one. So in this one, we're gonna start off with Naruto. Now Naruto in this AU was actually given to the Witcher Academy for a specific reason, and that reason is because of his Jinchuriki. Now the Hokage knows about the Elder, I don't remember his name because I didn't really try to remember, knows about him trying to use Naruto as a weapon. And he's been getting the higher votes that they should. So, the Hokage contacts an old friend. I'm going to say it's a member of the School of the Bear. However, due to some people not knowing much about Witchers, and due to the School of the Bear actually being a very, 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 very rare, what if, rare stuff. So we're going to do this. School of the Viper, School of the Crane. I didn't even know that was a Witcher school. Here we go, School of the Bear. So this one is by Witcher George? Yeah, Witcher George. Have fun.
Damn it! You must have started another row.
That's not Yelmar. Let's go.
There we go.
I decided to make today's video on the School of the Bear. So this video is probably my most requested video I've had on this channel. People have been asking it.
Oops.
Ever since I made the School of the Cat video, can you do a School of the Bear one? And the reason I've been holding off on it is there isn't much information known about this school.
True.
Even less so than the School of the Viper. Because this school was, like the School of the Viper, made by CD Projekt Red. And it was brought in like the School of the Viper. So, the Witcher School of the Bear is a relatively new piece of lore in the Witcher universe, as you can tell, it was added in the games. So we can just presume that like the School of the Cat, Griffin, and Wolf schools, They were just basically hunted into extinction during the peasant revolts that, they thrashed many of the Witcher strongholds. So, from what we can gather so far, the Witcher school of the bear practiced many of the ideals in the vein of the bear. So, what that basically means is that if you think about the animal of a bear, each school basically tries to act as kind of like their chosen animal. So, the school of the cat's very sneaky, very acrobatic. The school of the wolf is is strong but also fast, if you know what I mean. Whereas the school of the bear would obviously just be incredibly heavy-hitting weapons and heavy armour. And we know this is the case because as we play The Witcher 3 and we get the school of the bear diagrams, we see that the armour is the heavy armour, and it is the heaviest armour set out of every Witcher school set. So we only know about one member of the school of the bear, but I will talk to you all about that a little bit later.
Okay, before we continue with the lesson today, I got a question. When you played Witcher, what armor or material did you use in school in the Witcher Academy? And if you had the chance to become a Witcher, what school would it be and why? Because I'm actually kind of curious. And also it's because I've been asked in the video 3 weeks ago on why I actually stopped doing Witcher what ifs. It's mostly because I actually stopped playing Witcher. Mostly because I've beaten it so many times. I actually beaten it in new games you're not gonna believe me, 45 times. That's how good the game I think it is. Sure, a little bit much. 45 times. Jesus, Dylan, how bored are you? So let's continue.
Because for now it's a little bit difficult. We don't know where the school of the bear is from. We can imagine they must have been a Skelligan school. It's also kind of believed, we don't know this for sure, but the members of the school of the bear willingly seeked the Berserker curse willingly, which if you've played The Witcher 3 you'll know is the people that can basically turn into bears. We don't have much information on this, but we just can imagine that that's something that they would probably have done. So if you think about it, I did say that they are the more heavy users of the Witcher, but if you think about it, a Witcher is a Witcher. They're all really fast. So the school of the bear just used heavy weapons in a fast way. Obviously there's no way that they're going to be as fast as a Witcher with a light sword, but it's I suppose you kind of have to imagine it like this. Imagine that you have normal people, some that are better with weapons that are small and they can use them more quickly, some that use normal sized weapons, etc., like the School of the Wolf, and some that use heavy weapons. If you think about the differences between them, and then imagine that on another level, and that other level is Witchers, it's basically the equivalent, if you know what I mean. So it's difficult to explain, you kind of get what I mean. So that's about as much as we know about the School of the Bear's history. There is very little known on it because it was almost sort of made by CD Projekt Red. I'm not going to say at the last minute because that sounds a little bit, but it was obviously planned, but they didn't really make a backstory for it, at least one that they haven't revealed to us. Yeah, it was completely made by CD Projekt Red. It's not a book school, like the School of the Viper and Manticore. So the main part of this video is I wanted to tell you the story of Gerd, who is a School of the Bear Witcher. And we don't know that much about him, but I can tell you as much as I do know. So Gerd was called to the Duchy of Arksey at the request of Helena Langhair, and by the way, I am terrible at pronunciation. I've said so many times, but just so you guys know if you knew. The heiress to the ducal throne, and she wanted to remove her father from his usurped throne. Gerd, however, insulted the heiress by behaving rudely and turned down her offer. So, despite the many autocracies and deaths committed by this usurper, Gerd actually became in league with him and committed various crimes in his service. However, in a surprising turn of events, Helena managed to remove her father from the throne and issued a warrant for Gerd's arrest, with the amount of 300 Arcana dinars. Gerd quickly fled to the Skellige Isles and arrived on the island of Ard-Skellig. So I just want to quickly say before anything, I don't actually know if the School of the Bear originated in Skellige because we literally know nothing about it. I'm just going to say that that's an assumption because most of the diagrams are actually in Skellige. Well, I'm pretty sure all of them are, aren't they? I'm not...
And by the way, we won't be just reacting to this guy, we'll react to another guy, just in case.
Sure. I think they are. Might be some of the low-level ones in... I don't know, I'm not sure. But are in Skellige, so you just kind of assume that that's where they must have been from. So after he arrived on Ard-Skellige shores, Gerd soon encountered locals pleading for help to deal with a dragon near some elven ruins. Gerd set off to the ruins and slayed the beast, smiling as it drew its last breath. A short time later, he was contacted by Jorgen Ironhand to kill a siren that had been attacking people in a cave in the northwestern part of Spike Roog. Gerd then sailed to Arn and Skellig, and arrived at Fort Trusek on the first day of summer. His appearance there had brought much joy to all in the castle. He then met the Jarl of Anskellig, Torgeir the Red. Gerd quickly became friends with the Jarl, and after draining more than a barrel of mead with him, soon both the Witcher and the Jarl began going on hunts together and hosting feasts. Torgeir asks Gerd to rid a Striga that had made its lair in the ruins of Etnir. Gerd, who was moved by the Jarl's lament, accepted the contract, but explained that he must first complete his prior contract with Jorgen Ironhand to remove the sirens from the cave in Spike Rug. The Jarl then paid Gerd with a pouch full of coin and offered him the service of one of his men, Olven, who will act as a guide to take him to Spike Rug and, should the need arise, fight by his side. The Witcher thanked him and entrusted his dearest armour diagrams to the Jarl as a promise of his return. Gerd and Olven then sailed to Spike Rug after arriving at the Cave of Infestation. The sirens began to attack both the men, but were quickly shot down by Gerd using his crossbow before finishing them off. After their battle in the caverns of Melusine, they made their camp in the cave, but Olsen must have died before dawn, as a dead corpse remains there with a letter to one. Ingeborga, Caleb's daughter, admiring the Witcher's battle prowess that he'd copied Gerd's crossbow diagram with him. After bagging the contracted siren's head, Gerd headed off to the famous tavern near Fjundasdal on Ardskellig, where he collected his reward and spent the night there drinking, telling tales and playing Gwent with Jorgen and the innkeeper. He lost half his reward and his steel sword diagram from Gwent with the innkeeper. Later that night, a knight from Arcia, Kalemir, and his men came for him in the inn and burned it down to the ruined inn that it is now. The Witcher escaped and went to the ruined fort Etnir to rid the Striga he was tasked to do by the Jarl of Arnskellig. His pursuers caught up with him, but he was able to kill all 5 of them, mortally wound the knight pursuing him, bring down the ruins of roof on them with magic. However, the Witcher then left behind his silver sword diagram that his pursuers found after he fled. Gerd soon returned to Jarl Torgeir in Anskellig, where soon bandits and Nilfgaardian bounty hunters paid by Nilfgaard besieged the Jarl's castle with catapults. Castle Tursek crumbled and fell into ruin, bringing down with Jarl Turger along with his men, with the Witcher Gerd included. So that's the story of Gerd, who's the Witcher that is actually the one that possessed all the School of the Bear diagrams, and you find them throughout the game and you read this story. I got all of that from a Wikipedia page. I will put it in the description to credit them, because it's very good of them to sort of get all the information from the games and put it there. It's quite interesting because this Witcher is more of a, I suppose you could say, a kind of disgraced Witcher. But he's like Geralt in a way, you know. It's like with The Witcher 2 where he chooses the Orveth path instead of Roach, etc. You could describe that as being disgraced. Maybe Gerd decided that the father would just be better for the throne. You can't really tell. It's just...
Alright, so yeah, that's them. But I'm not going to go fully because it's not going to explain that much. Here's the...
Welcome to Genshin
This one is the School of the Bear, and this one's by Okjuvig Bear? I hope I said that name right. Ow, what the fuck? I don't own the School of the Bear. I don't own the song.
It is the 10th century. The world is riddled by monsters and warring nations. The Order of Witches has just been disbanded, splitting into 8 separate groups, one of them making their way into the world. They forge their path through the forests and woodlands, heading higher into a place called the Amel Mountains. Their journey ends as they meet with the dwarfs and gnomes of the region, settling their base in the peaks of the highlands. It is unknown if the Witchers built their own fortress, or if it was a structure that predated their arrival, but whatever the case, they made good use of it for their new home. The Witchers from the Bear School are unique in many ways. They wear bulkier armour, they practice a heavier fighting style, and they are also among the rare few to use a crossbow in combat. It is said they do not skirt or dance in battle. Instead, they swing and beat their foes with strength and force. They are also distinctive for their lack of brotherhood towards fellow witches, even to those from their own school. In fact, stories tell that meetings between these hunters have often led to bloodshed and, in many cases, far worse. During their peak of power, they travelled to the regions of Skellige. It was a land rich with monsters, ones who proved a greater challenge than those of the northern kingdoms. The people of Skellige were also much like themselves, big-bearded, grittier in their ways, and blunter in their actions. There are in fact many stories from Skellige that tell of the towering witches from the Amel Mountains, and it was actually long theorized that the bear school was located in Skellige herself. For many years they grew a reputation for being deadly and brutal warriors, carrying out contracts that many would not dare to read, let alone attempt. They found themselves scattered throughout the world, in all corners of the continents, looking for work and living their lives as loners and wanderers. How often they would return to their place of origin is rarely stated, but new witches had to be trained, and that would only be possible with a laboratory to carry out the witcher trials and mutations. But what became of the School of the Bear? Some say they are still hidden amidst the slopes and snow. Others have argued that they can be found further south, beyond the Amel Mountains. In honesty, no one truly knows, and it's really no surprise that the Bear Witches have kept their whereabouts a secret, for the slaughter of the wolf and the cat schools are known far and wide. As always, everyone, thank you very much for watching.
Yep, that's the School of the Bears. That's what Naruto's gonna be in. And because that's what technically witchers are. They're fancier words for bounty hunters. Now, in this one not Izuku, Naruto has actually been taken to the School of the Bear, and let's say it was taken by one of those witchers. You can imagine any witcher bear school who you may know, because there's actually not that many bear witchers, unless it's Gerd, but I'm not gonna pull that stunt, so we're just gonna get straight into it. Naruto has been raised by the School of the Bears. And he is also shown to be quite like the best warrior. Even though he's a Jinchuriki, the School of the Bears still treat him like they would treat any other person. So pretty much Naruto was not really treated not as bad. Now he will meet another person in a different school, but we're gonna get there in a minute. We're actually gonna show that Naruto can be shown compassion, but that's not until later in the episode, so let's get to it. Now, Naruto has been trained by the School of the Bear, and like the guys said, the Witcher's expert, the Witcher veterans, that's what they're known as because they've been playing it. I'm a Witcher expert, not a Witcher veteran. They pretty much have been traveling known to place to place to place, and just traveling alongside the roads, the camps, and all that. Izuku, Naruto, I keep saying Naruto. Caramba. Do people even say ay caramba anymore? Because that's a Bart Simpson thing if I remember correctly. God, I feel old. What am I saying? I am old! Fuck me. Not literally. I don't want to literally be fucked. Now, Naruto is pretty much being seen by the other witchers. Now, he pretty much starts doing his thing like a good 3 or 4 days now. And he's been training ever since he was a child, so when Naruto actually got his medallion, his armor, and all that, he left the place to pretty much travel and pretty much see the world through the eyes of the Witcher. Now, like I said, I don't remember which Witcher school I chose. I think I chose the School of the Viper, but I'll probably do that little later on in the video. So now we start off with Naruto, who pretty much is at the play at a random location. I'm gonna say, let's see, here we go. Oh, I actually have a map of the place. It's been a while since I used it. No kidding, my lord. You haven't used it ever since you were playing Witcher. Oh, shut up. Oh, not like you're any rusty. When's the last time you played Ratchet and Clank? I think on the PS2. Touche. I know touche. Hey. Hey, it is my home. Still, touche. Anyway. Hey? Yeah. Fuck. We now start off with Naruto, who's pretty much at a random town. I'm going to say Vardenfell? Oh, isn't that technically shut up? I'm just saying. Well, yeah, but still, we gotta come up with something. And he comes across this board. And pretty much everyone, the whole village, especially the elders, are looking for Naruto, but they gave up after Naruto turned at the age of 20. So Naruto's an adult by now. Oh. So we get, and now Naruto, describing him, he has a full-fledged beard. He's literally like your normal everyday person that would actually travel place to place, like the devil. Oh. And he has a horse that he named Hellfire, mostly because that thing was feistier than Hellfire. That's why he kind of called it Hellfire. Sure, he didn't really need another explanation. Why? So when Izuku actually gets done there, he starts ramming him on when he gets there. Oh, fuck. When Naruto gets to the place, he gets to the tavern, he kicks up the contract that's involving, fuck, what was the creature called again? Here we go. Here we go. Oh, now he takes a contract for a berserker. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah. A berserker. And he actually takes down the creature that's been terrorizing the whole countryside. And this is when he actually starts tracking and killing the monster. Now, the monster was a big creature. Oh, mind you, Naruto has full mastery of his armor and weapons. And he is actually known as the Red Devil, mostly because of his red hair and his fiery eye. And he has the attitude of, let's say, like, he has the attitude of Saitama, because he doesn't really show, kindness, and he really doesn't give a shit about them either. So when we get to Naruto literally starts traveling the world. He actually does this, like, all the time. So he's traveling and traveling and traveling and traveling until he gets to another part of the place. He actually ends up back at the common place of back at, I'm gonna say, what was that place called? Tall Trees? No, not Tall Trees. Give me a minute, people. It's been a while. He ends up right back at the place of the lilies, aka a home to the people known as as Ravenwood. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Like I said, it's been a while since I played it. So I'm gonna say it's Ravenwood, I guess. Like I said, it's been a while since I played it. I'm gonna have to relook or replay the game. Yeah. So he ends up back at this town. When he gets back to the town, he literally sees that the place is a total difference. And also, mind you, the countries of the knights are at war with the Kages. Like, the whole Kage Kingdom and the Knight Kingdom of Magic is at war with each other. I forgot to mention that. So you can imagine how this is going. Alright, when Izuku gets there, he just sees the ninjas prowling around. And everyone knows about the red devil. Oh. This one he pretty much hears, spare a coin? Naruto looks and just sees this kid who's holding an infant child. This one he pretty much gives him, I'm gonna say, 20 sovereigns. Thank you, mister. A nasty cough coming from him, and he immediately takes the 20 sovereigns and gives it to the local, who asked them to take care of his brother because he realized that the kiddo's too sick. They immediately do, and they just hope he gets well. This is when pretty much Izuku sees that the place is not going well. And the kiddo just dies. He goes to the bar. He starts walking towards the bar when he sees that everyone's looking at him, and not in a nice way. Let's just say Naruto has a reputation that Gerd does. So now we get to Naruto. We actually get to the ninjas. Hey, who was that guy? Hey, you don't know who that is? No, that's the Red Devil. Well, he's known as Grognak. Yes, I know that name is from a Fallout character, but you can't be picky, can you? Grognak, the Red Devil? Yup. I heard stories, but I didn't think he existed. Well, he does. Best thing you can do is literally stay out of his way. Okay. Guy's a monster. If he's a monster, why doesn't anyone kill him? He's a member of the School of the Bear. Everyone's horrified of the School of the Bear. Because no one knows what they're capable of, and no one knows where they are. Seriously? Seriously. Looking for them is like trying to look for a freaking dead squirrel. Alright. Alright. Guess that makes sense. Now, when Naruto walks into the bar and he sees the personal log, this is when he also sees that everyone is looking at him, but he ignores it. This is when he hears, "Wow, never thought I'd see you again." Huh? He turns left. Do I know you? Nope. Of course you don't. It's been a while. This is when he gets a closer look at him. Sasuke? Yeah, been a while, hasn't it? What are you doing here? I thought you wanted to avenge your family. That was a long time ago. Besides, I gave up on that. I always did say to you that revenge was a fool's game. I'm surprised you haven't taken your revenge on the village. Although I can see now why you disappeared. No one would ever expect the Hokage to go to the Switchers to hide the Jin Cherokee. But what happened to the Hokage? He's dead. Elders killed him? No. Oh. Then who did? Actually, surprisingly, no one murdered him. That's a little hard to believe. You know. And plus, it'd be a lot more harder to believe if you're not if you were terrible, if you were good at lying. You know me too well. Of course I do. We've known each other since we were kids. And you can ask Sir the same question yourself. What are you doing at the School of the Griffin? I joined. They show me the path of the righteousness. You taking one of the bounties? What's in it to you? Well, number one, we have both. Quest. So, you help me, I help you. Besides, feel like old times. You mean when you were an emo lord and you had a friggin' girl who was obsessed of having your dick shoved up in her vagina? Well, yeah, old times. Oh, very funny. Look, I get it. But I moved on. Besides, I never even liked Sakura. Hey, keep the voice down. We don't want to draw attention. And you know it. Right. Anyway. Well, yeah, that's the bounty. It's all over the damn place. Seriously? They're having troubles with a plague wraith? Well, look around the town. Does it look like it's in well conditions? No, it looks awful. That's an understatement. I also saw you giving stuff for the kid. That was nice of you. Yeah. Alright, let's go take care of it. You actually allow me to come with you? Like you said, you moved on. If you were still like your old self, I would have told you to go fuck yourself by a griffin. But you changed, so let's go. Sasuke smiles. Okay. He's okay. I mean, Naruto just gives him a look. What? You smiled. That's creepy. Oh, don't be like that. Look, I get it. You're not used to seeing me smile. I completely understand that. I'm not used to you being... Well, what's the best way to say it? Talk about a swap? Yeah. Talk about a swap. Let's go. When they get there... There. Alright. So... what else can you tell me about this plague wraith? It's been here for quite some time. How long? 2 or 3 years? And the contracts are new as hell. I can still see the ink. I know. That's what disturbs me. Apparently, the locals said that the plague wraith didn't really come near the town. Mostly, she hanged out right near the old brothel factory. Brothel? Yeah, there's an abandoned brothel not far from here. That's where she mostly hanged out. But she started doing other things. So what I'm hearing is things went to shit fast. Why? Because the ninjas took over. Yeah, speaking of ninjas, what the fuck's going on? Where were you? Under a bush? No, I was in Skellige for the past years. Plus, remember, I was with the School of the Bears training so I don't die. Oh, right. You? I just left my school. Left it? Or abandoned it? You know, I did not. Okay, I see where you're going, but I did not abandon it, okay? Uh-huh. Alright. You know me. Let's go take care of this, creature, I guess. Agreed. So, anything from Sakura? Sakura became the head general of the elders. She's leading the war. She's led, so is Hinata. And she definitely changed while you left. Oh, really? Yeah, her and Hinata are a couple. Not a very good one either. Toxic? Toxic, that's an underword. Think a best way of saying it. Hinata abuses Sakura, but she loves it. Wait, she loves getting beaten up? Yep. I would see her with cuts, bruises, and all that. I even saw Hinata choking her, and all she did was just let out a type of moan. Izuku shivers at the thought. Ugh. Yeah, that's what I said too. Okay, let's get going before I get nightmares. Agreed. When they start looking, this is when they end up at the old bar. Is it? Yep, it's the only place with a bar, actually. As a matter of fact, this is the only bar in town, near the town, that doesn't have monsters. This is when I take a closer look. I look there, you look there. Sure. With Sasuke, who checks the left side of the bar. Bloodstains. Not fresh either. They've been here for a good long time. Judging by the blood color, the person was 13, 12 years old. This is when he checks the other side. Blood stains. And more blood. Heavier. This is the main place where the body was drawing it. Dragged up to the floor or into the corridor. An animal, maybe? This one it goes all the way to the outhouse. He goes to the outhouse to find the corpse. A skeleton. I was half right. Lower sized jaw, smaller corpse, teeth higher, human. 8. Femur, child's. Damn. With Izuku. Bloodstain. Veins. Not human though. Fresh too. And smell of cherries? No. Lyle gooseberries, cherries, and Red Bull Scotch. Rare stuff. It's leading outside. With Sasuke. Alcohol. Red Bull Scotch. This is when Naruto walks out. Don't like that stuff? I despise it. It's literally alcohol. I despise the stuff. I drank it. Well, unlike you don't care about your mental health. What mental health? Go straight into that, huh? Yes, I am. Anyway, this is when pretty much Naruto starts looking around. Found the corpse again. This one's more fresh. This one they find an elven corpse. Shit, elven. And you think he could be? No, he was working with the He was looking for this side of the cove. What do you mean? I may not know much, but I know when there are people and when there's not. And this place is obviously not a good sign. What makes you say that? Well, for starter, it's literally in the middle. It's an elven corpse, and if I remember correctly, elves started helping in the Chakra Kingdom, didn't they? Yeah, about 3 weeks ago. So elves are less welcome around this side of the country. Yup. Which is a pity. You really have gone soft, and you became a cruel stone brick. True. Unsurprised? That's when Naruto just sighs. You don't remember that stupid thing we had? We made a promise we'd get stronger. Or mastery of chakra. Oh yeah, I remember. Those were the good old days. What? Yeah, for you. You know, I really did miss you. He shivers. What? Sorry, it's just I'm not used to you being nice to me. I know it, I'm sorry. Okay, stop. What? Stop being this. Yes. Like I said, I'm not... Look, I get it's the new you, but still, it's weird. And how am I weird when you're the one who has cat-like eyes, a horse who's literally more feral than a frickin' ghoul, and also has a bigger attitude than you? You really know how to sparken someone's day, don't you? I learned that from you. If you learned that from me, I don't want to know what you learned from Hinata. She learned cruelty. Her parents neglected and bullied her. And Neji, she killed them. She killed her. She killed him. Hinata. People change over the years. Yes, you're right. And this one they go to the court. This one they sees the plague wraith. There you are. Why is it not attacking? I don't think it wants to attack. What do you mean? Well, for starters, if it wanted to attack us, it would have done it by now. So obviously, it's trying to lead us somewhere, I think. And this one, pretty much they start following her. They start following the corpse. They start following the wraith until they reach a frickin' massacre. This one she starts flying around on a certain corpse. This one they move the corpse to see a dead elf. Ah, shit. This one they also see something. What's that? A ring? Wait a minute. Then it opens a locket to see an elven child and a human child. He immediately looks at her. My condolences for your friend's loss. But what happened to you was also so unforgiving. What will you do once we put you to rest? She doesn't move. She doesn't screech. She doesn't even try. Izuku draws his blade and ends her suffering. You think that will stop? She wanted to die, but she didn't want to die from humans. She wanted to die by people who were misunderstood. So he's saying she wanted to die, but she wanted to die with some dignity. Yeah. Anyway. Hey. I just want to get back. Yep. When they get back, like, this is when they pretty much see some people. Might as well get going. Because I already know this is not going to end well. No, it's not. When I start moving out, they actually come across other people. When they see the other people, they just imagine. Jen? Well, they didn't expect to meet certain people. One of them is their old This is when they hear Sasuke? Shit. They turn around. Who the fuck is that? That's Sakura. They take a look at Sakura. What the fuck? What the hell happened to you? You look like you just got done getting butchered and violated by someone. Oh my god, I didn't even recognize you. Naruto? Crap. Should've kept my mouth shut. Yep, it's me, Naruto and Sasuke. You want a medal or something? Where were you two? Why aren't you at the front lines? Thanks. Well, her stupidity definitely gotten bigger by the day. Hey, that's rude. Do you expect me to give a shit about your feelings? Because if you are, then obviously you need eat a big better ice. Nice. Because that ain't happening. Then she looks closer. Oh, you're traitors. Oh, that took a sweet turn now, didn't it? Technically, it's the one you betrayed yourselves causing the war. Now, if you excuse us, we'll be leaving. The Hokage's looking for you, Naruto. She wants you to come to the Leaf Village immediately. I'm sorry, but when did I take orders from you? I'm a witcher. Unless it's involving money, go fuck yourself. Otherwise, I say, fuck you. And that's when they are walking off. You know she won't take no for an answer. I don't even know who the new Hokage is, and I don't give two shits. So you can take that old wisdom of yours and fuck off. 'Cause I don't care. When I get to the new place, the fuck was that? That was Sakura. Bullshit. Sakura actually looked good looking. That one just looks like a demon from hell. Oh. Yeah. By the way, what? Where the hell did you get that scar? What scar? He points at the one that's covered in his eye. Oh, this? Fought a fiend. Oh, okay. Let's go. You think we're gonna have to worry about them? What do you mean? Oh, the village? Doubt it. This one pretty much some ninjas pop in front of them. Or not. This one here. Wow. So my wife told me it's true. You did become a traitor. Why is everyone calling us a traitor? We literally left for a reason. Not in there, not in the village's eyes. Yeah, we left. So what? The Hokage wants to talk to you. The Hokage can get her lazy, useless, fat ass over here. Immediately, Hinata draws a blade. Do not disrespect the Hokage. Izuku ricochets the blade and puts a blade to her neck. Don't point a blade at me, little piggy. Iggy, you won't kill me. And what makes you think that, actually? This is when pretty much they hear, stand down. But Hokage, I said stand down. We're here to ask him about a contract, not to forcefully join something that isn't their war. Be more respectful to the Witcher. Apparently someone's not that stupid. You told me to come here, I did. Yeah, you did. What do you want? Straight to the point, I see. And apparently you're not. So either tell me what you want, or we're leaving. We've been having troubles with a certain monster. But we don't know what it is, and we don't know where it's coming from. But we know that you know. What's in it for us? You get a house. No thanks. Thanks. I like to travel. Okay. Money. That's all you witchers care about, correct? Money? You're catching up. How smart of you. Very funny. Hey, Naruto's thinking. Sasuke's thinking, we're gonna get our asses killed with his sass mouth, I swear. Here. And when he gets there, hun. Anyway, you're gonna have to be more, or what's the word, open about the creatures we're dealing with. There's a lot of monsters. All we know is it drinks blood. A lot of it. And we can barely handle ourselves. I see. Hey. Alright then. If this is a setup, you will not live to see tomorrow. I promise you, the last thing I want to do is anger a Witcher. Especially the Red Devil. And the Ghost. He looks like Sasuke. Red? Wait, you're the Ghost? Yeah, I'm the Ghost. Must be a pain in the ass. Yes. That's on that one. Very funny. Let's go. Should we take our ways, or... Screw your teleportation bullshit. Unlike you, I like to keep my lunch. Very well then. Lead the way. Hey, this one they just get on their horses. Why am I not surprised you don't keep your horse? This is when pretty much they start riding their horses. Yes. When they get there, back to the village, after everyone literally complaining about them not teleporting. Okay, we're here, you big babies. These don't know why you guys were complaining about that. Well, anywho. Well, maybe it's because we've been traveling all fucking day. He sees the countless corpses. Damn, your security sucks. Well, we weren't expecting to fight we weren't expecting... Whatever you say. Let's go let's go see this. That's when they look at the corpses. A lot of them look completely charred, but at the same time they look like they've been drained out of life. Akimara? Looks like an Akimara, doesn't it? But let's not jump the gun on that just yet. This could also be a Catacan or a Broxy. Yeah, it could be a Broxy. Like I said, let's not jump the gun. At least until we know more about these creatures. When they get it ready for the rest. Yup. This is when they pretty much see either more corpses. And it didn't matter what age either. Over here. Alright. Well, definitely Broxy. Look at the claws. It's going all the way down. Cut through. Almost as good as a Witcher blade. It went all the way down to the neck. Heck, and cleave the rest in half. So obviously we're dealing with that type of Witcher. We're not dealing with a Witcher. We're obviously dealing with a monster. Yep. Alright. Let's go kill some bastards. when they look around more about these creatures. Yep, don't see any others. Because actually, now I think about it, it's not that much. This must be the recent attack. Yep. This is when they just go to the Kage. You didn't even try to move the corpses. Mostly because there are not that many people who want to leave their homes during the war. I wonder which one caused it first. Truthfully, it was mine. I thought that they were holding you hostage. That's when we had a war. You thought it was a good idea to go up against the black ones, who control literally the biggest trading route to even there. What the fuck made you thought that was a good idea? As we said, we didn't know where you were until we heard about the Red Devil. Then you found out I was a Witcher, and you found out that the Jin Cherokee inside of me can no longer use chakra. So now I can use magic. What a smart move of you. Okay, I understand. I get it. I fucked up. Fucked up is a word I wouldn't use. You screwed up. Plain and simple. You really know how to piss someone off, don't you? It's my job. Now, this is all you gotta say? Hey, are we gonna figure out what did this or not? Did you find out what it is then? Yeah, definitely a Broxy. Hey, Blade cut through them way too cleanly and way too quickly. As if someone wanted us to find the corpses. Are you saying they were pushed there for no reason at all? I wouldn't go that far. What I'm saying is, someone definitely put them there. As for what reason, I don't truly understand and why. My theory is that he did it because of the brutality and boredom. Definitely not food. Yeah, definitely. But I'm taking a guess by the corpses. It's the most common place they attack. Yes. This one, Sasuke finds an infant corpse. They ain't picky on what they kill either. Maybe the Brosig's sick? Or crazy. Hey, only one way to find out. And they waited till nightfall. Well, because Izuku already prepared for Broxys, because that's the most common thing he's been hunting over the past years now. When they got done, when they waited till morning, there you are. This one they see the Broxy. So you were the one who butchered that kid. The same smell that's on that bar centuries ago. Who would have thought? Yeah, you're right. Lylan gooseberries. And the only one who use that is Geralt's girlfriends. So, Eno, are you going to explain? No fooling you two, isn't it? Nope. Not even close. But I must ask, why? I knew killing people was going to get your attentions. But there's another reason. I'm only partial for the martyrs, but I've been never killing any children. So you caused a murder to get our attention. Mostly yours. I wasn't expecting to get Sasuke's, though. Alright. What is it? It's Hinata and Sakura. They're the ones who've been causing the real killings. I just tried my best to stop them. I knew there was something up about Sakura being likely loved being abused. Okay. You convinced us. What did we do? Kill them. And what will you do? I will disappear. Here, into the shadows. You will never see me again. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Oops. This better be worth it. It will, trust me. No offense, I heard that many times before. Ain't none of them true. Not at the slightest. Whatever you say. Alrighty then. I guess it's time to take you down. Even after the proposal, you're still going to kill me? I wouldn't say I'll kill you, but I will give you a 5-second start. Deal? Deal. Good. Because I already know this is going to end up with a freaking bloodbath. Alright, let's go. Oh. Inko. I mean, let's do this. Hinata. Duh. This one pretty much they draw their weapon. This one pretty much they attack them, but Naruto immediately blocks their blade. When they started fighting and pretty much started demolishing everything they see and started ripping each other apart. I guess that makes sense. As usual. When they start fighting and pretty much fighting Hinata and Sakura, they immediately decapitate them both. I wonder how long it took them to find out about this. Don't know, don't care. Here, I can already see. that this is gonna end badly as ever. Yeah, whatever. Let's go. Oh. This is when pretty much they drop off the heads. So. Are you... I'll be leaving. I already know they're going to be asking me for questioning. I can see that. Alright then. See you around, I got a feeling we're gonna they're gonna bump into each other again someday. After that incident, they immediately move on. As a matter of fact, Naruto and Sasuke went their separate ways. Sasuke, he started continuing doing his started doing his Witcher thing, and Naruto did as well. Unfortunately, Naruto passed away, by being killed by a giant, killed by villagers that tried to save from a dragon. Where he tried. So what I'm saying is, this Naruto saved a dragon from people. It did not end well. And the dragon honored his death by avenging his death brutally. Sasuke also passed away a few months later. By killing the certain monster. As for Ino, she completely moved on. She married a werewolf. And they named her Naruto and Sasuke after her old friends. With Ino and his kid, with her husband and kid, they visit the grave. Hey there, you two. You're all probably thinking in your heads, this was not what you expected. You probably weren't expecting him to die. I wish you actually... Finish that. Yeah. Anyway. We decided to name the kids after you. I hope you two didn't mind that. Anyway, it's good to see you two. I don't know what you two are probably doing. You're probably partying until there's no tomorrow. Let's go, sweetie. Right. This one ain't to see the kids playing. Naruto, Sasuke, don't run down the hill. You'll get hurt. With Naruto and Sasuke's ghosts... Yeah. You were right. Hey, I guess I owe you $50. You can't pay me now. We're dead. Oh, yeah. Damn. Truth be told, I didn't expect you to die from that monster. And I didn't expect you to take on 100 men with you. It was nice for the dragon to avenge my death by killing all those people. Yeah, who was the Leaf, who was the Cloud Village? Meh, don't regret it. Of course you don't. So, what are you gonna do? Probably just be a ghost. We can't technically go to an afterlife because there is none. Just a load of hoo-ha. Well, I wouldn't say that, huh? Who's there? Relax, kiddos. I'm not gonna harm you. That's when a mysterious figure pops up. Who are you? I am Gnarl, Minion Master, and devoted servant to the God of Chaos. God of Chaos? I never heard of him. Not surprising. Then they see me, flipping a coin. Mostly I'm not supposed to come to these many what-if worlds, but let's just say there's danger afoot, and I need you to train people. What's in it for us? New life, new booties, new fun, and the best part is you can stay as witchers. Deal? Make a bargain. Deal. We shake their hands. How do we shake your hands? We're ghosts. Ha! A god. It's the impossible. Anyway, see ya. And goodbye, viewers. I wave my hand. And have fun with the Huggy Wuggy what if. Naruto and Sasuke thinking, what's a Huggy Wuggy? You'll see. Hey, I don't think we want to. Too late. You already made a deal. Damn. And this one they're reincarnated. My lord, you didn't say who they're reincarnated, though. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, this is gonna be good. But anyway, you heard the Lord. What if it's over? What are you still doing here? Go away!